love, healing, empowerment, and tranquility I send to you right now. I'm going to be teaching you energy healing for beginners, energy healing 101. And you've likely heard the term before: Reiki, hands of light, aura healing, energetic cleansing, aura cleansing. It's all the same thing. What we're going to be doing is learning techniques that I've found that are really, really effective in my life on how to become even more aware of the energy all around us that we always are in contact with, and then channel it, especially for the healing of others. Starting out with healing of loved ones, people close to us that we know can be healed. And now we're going to be able to have techniques that we can do them. These are methods. Reiki has been studied. It's scientifically backed. Reiki healers can positively impact other people regardless of the physical distance between where they are and the individual being healed. On another video, I'll go into all of the details of all of the studies and scientific background. If you're watching this, I know you know it works, and probably you've already started maybe touching with it, or you're noticing that you're more aware of energy than some other people are. I'll be teaching you some methods that I do that I haven't seen elsewhere, that my goal is that they can empower you to take your healing to a new level and positively impact even more people, because that's what it's all about. If you haven't already, subscribe, activate notifications. I have so much more to share with you and to help you on your life journey, and then positively impact other people even more. And any questions as you're listening to this, share in the comments below. If you have certain methods that you find work really well for yourself when you're doing energy healing, write them in the comments below too, so we can benefit other viewers of this video. Before we even start energy healing, I call this the preparation step. Is the more we are inhaling clean air, I have an air filter that I turned off so that it's quiet when I'm filming this video. And I have an air monitor that I use. The more I eat organic, plant-based foods, the more powerful I am able to energy heal others. The more I keep the things that I'm eating clean, the more that I use through another brand that I'm growing, VitaliZen. We have what's called a PEMF mat, and then we have an acupressure mat and a red light, and I use those to help connect even more with the frequencies of Earth and to rejuvenate and heal my own body. So if you don't have those items, then a good start is walk in nature barefoot. Breathe in that wonderful energy of nature. Send love to a tree, and then become calm and receive it back. The more we can purify ourselves, the more powerful we're going to be as vessels to heal ourselves and positively impact others. Next, even before we energy heal, and I highly would recommend this if the individual who is interested in being healed is open to it, to do it too. Because the more we can be in contact with other individuals who also are radiating this positive infinite light, they're going to have a better benefit for themselves, and then you're going to have a better benefit too, because you're going to be interacting with their energy. And it's a win-win-win situation. And the steps, and I go into a lot more detail in other videos. First, what you're going to do is relax even deeper now, from your head to your feet, from your feet to your head. And when I do this, I visualize going from my feet, muscle or body part at my feet, my ankles, my legs, my knees, my groin area, my abdominals, and then especially the muscles around my eyes. I allow that relaxation to flood my head and my arms with relaxation. And it fills me with a relaxation. You can feel it even too now, even more. That feeling of joy, a joy body expanding as you relax even deeper. And then I give thanks for everything I can think of in all different areas of my life. And I continue giving thanks. You can do it right now too, until I really feel that thankfulness. And when we feel that thankfulness, that opens up our energy to connect with that infinite positive energy in the universe. That you can think of it as the doorway. That doorway to open that infinite positive light is a gratitude. And it's more than thinking, oh, I'm thankful, thank you, which we say all day long. It's feeling it. In other words, we could actually feel the gratitude without saying, thank you, sir, which is very mental, but oh, thank you. Notice how I relax into it and my energy opens up. So Give thanks for everything you can think of, regardless of its, quote, perceived size, because everything does matter. And next, we send great energy to everyone. And under this umbrella of sending great energy is forgiveness. For example, when I'm doing guided meditations to attract love, I put in there, send great energy to your ex-boyfriend, your ex-girlfriend. Because when we forgive, who gets healed? We get healed, right? And to be a healer, we need to be full and we need to be healed, right? So send great energy to everyone. And if there's anyone here excluding from your great energy, make sure to send them great energy first. And you don't have to radiate it from yourself. What you can do is you can visualize it radiating from the heavens, because this infinite positive energy is all around us. You'll start out with the people closest, and then the people to everyone on earth. And then you can then visualize, the final step is visualize yourself as this white infinite positive light, and you're radiating out into the universe. You're glowing in the universe, and then all of the different dimensions. You can visualize that. And then what you're going to do is you're going to visualize the things that you most desire already accomplished, which let's include the healing of whoever it is, and how happy and joyful you're going to be for having realized all of the things in your life, and then also for having this other individual who you're empowering, you're healing them, and they're now able to move and do and whatever it's related to the thing that you're healing, and feel it. And when I say feel, what we want to do is expand that sensation. The greater we expand the sensation of feeling, actually, the more we connect even more with this infinite positive energy in the universe. So you can expand this feeling. One way to do it is to ask yourself, where do I feel the joy? Where do I feel the happiness? And maybe it's here. And what color is it? I consistently use white light. However, I know other people will visualize maybe a blue, a green, or a red light. The light you visualize is fine. And now allow it to vibrate even more. So you can feel it vibrating. And now expanding as it expands throughout your entire body. And then you radiate even more as that feeling intensifies even more, as you connect even more with this infinite positive energy. The final step in this quickie is what you want to do, balance your chakras. The more your chakras are balanced, again, the more you're going to be more effective in healing others. So what you're going to do is you're going to pinch your fingers together, and then as you open them, you're going to visualize a radiant circle. We'll start over our groin area, which you can't see on the camera, I know, but you can visualize, is red. And it'll stay open until we complete. Then over your belly button, which is right there. And then that's going to be orange, and there's an orange circle, a big one. Open as wide as you can. The wider, the more we can open ourselves, the more effective we can be in healing. Now you're going to open up here yellow, and over here over our sternum, green, over our throat, blue, purple, and then magenta. Then bring them all together. And right here, if you want to twist, sometimes it just feels good to get something realigned. So at this point, what we can do is now expand our awareness and start seeing ourselves as a white light. Maybe you visualize around your arms, like a white energy, around you're glowing a white light, and you're connected with this infinite positive energy all around us. And then feel free to customize that visualization so that it resonates the most with you, so that you're connecting with the healer in you. In some of the shamanic traditions, they allow a healer from the past, from the great spirit, to enter oneself and then to be guiding the healing, obviously with their many, many years of experience, hundreds of years, right? Because he's the spirit now. He was the healer, and then he became a spirit, and he's the great spirit. If that's very effective for you, I would say test it out. For myself, I focus on this connection with this infinite positive white light, and I find it's really, really effective. If the person you are healing is distant from you, okay, then what you're going to do is this is what I do, is as I'm doing this, quote, cleansing that I just mentioned to you, or you can do it laying down or closing your eyes and becoming even more present. Either one's fine. Is now that you're glowing this radiant white light, your hands have this white light around them, and you're glowing this infinite power of love. Because everyone who I've spoken with, and then studies have shown well, not studies, but interviews with people who have had near-death experiences where they've been, quote, technically dead, and they've come back, it's all the same thing, that what's around us is this infinite positive white light of love. And it heals them, and that's why they're back and they're able to talk about it. And then we can channel that to heal people right now, in the here and now. So what I do is I visualize one of two things. I either visualize a white light descending down from the heavens and then radiating and filling them, or from myself. And when you radiate energy from yourself, it's really important to, at the same time you're radiating, that you're seeing yourself becoming filled. Because if you're radiating something and you're not filling, you can start to basically deplete your energy. And what we want you to do is, while you're healing, you're actually becoming even glowing and brighter, even brighter. What I also do is I visualize however they should be healed. For whatever the issue is, maybe it's a skin issue. Then I visualize the skin cells closing up and healing, maybe it's a wound. Then maybe it's an immune system thing, and then I would visualize the immune system cells going to that area. Or I would visualize, let's say, a battle, and then the immune system cells are the white ones, and then they're triumphing over the dark ones, which would be whatever it needs to be gotten rid of. I believe that the more detail, in other words, go Google whatever the issue is, the greater positive impact we can have in our visualizations. In other words, go study a little bit of biology and cell biology and whatever it is. It's actually a lot simpler than what we may think. There's some really great YouTube videos out there for any type of issue that really make things for a kid, an 8th grader. And then what we can do is really identify in our visualizations. Then I really connect with the feeling that they already are healed, because the more we create as our reality, already having whatever it is we desire, the greater that will be the reality. So it's important to surpass the concept of I'm trying to make it what I believe to no, this is reality. Notice, I'm trying, my voice goes up where it is my reality. My voice goes down. Notice how subtle, just right now, just moving my hands, there's subtle differences. There's a lot more differences than just my voice going down. So that's what I do if someone's distant. If someone is near to me and physically, the first thing I do is, before we heal someone, before we come in physical contact with them, especially as a healer, your energy is going to be a lot more open, when we just opened our energy, to that of other people. So you're going to be more influenced, let's say, by the energy of other people, which is good, because that's going to enable you to heal them, to connect with them, to basically see things about them really easily. You can use, in Brazil, it's called Palo Santo. And at first, when I was getting shamanism training for energy healing, they would use this every time I would go in, and at first I thought, this is so silly. But then I got my own Palo Santo. It's just incense, and I believe in English, I Googled it, it's called the sacred tree, Palo Santo, or the blessed tree. Incense. Or you can test out different ones. Use ones that are as pure as possible, please, because incense can also have, the fumes can also be a little bit carcinogenic, so we need to balance the benefits here. However, what you do is you have the person hold open their arms, and you would use the incense to help clean their energy. Take it a step farther though, because you're perceptive, and ask yourself, where is there energy needing to be more white light? And then focus on cleaning that energy with it. I also use a feather that I found in Brazil, and the concept is that you can bless, meaning you give an intention to an object. You expand your gratitude for the object, and you allow that object to be used to basically help clean the energy, negative energy off of an individual. So you can test that out. And this isn't a feather you go buy, it's one that the universe bestows upon you. So if you decide you want a feather or another instrument of power or of healing, create that intention and then allow yourself, it will come into your grasp very soon afterwards. And that's what happened to me. I found it when we were doing some shoots for the Vitali Zen brand on these dunes in front of the beach, and there was a feather. And it's funny because that's the only feather I've seen since then. And that's the one I use for healing. The concept is, what we want to do is, the person coming in, you're going to be healing them. We want their energy to be as radiant as possible, which is going to help them heal faster. It's also going to help make it so it's easier on you as the healer, because your energy is going to be connecting with theirs. So if they're open to it, at least clean them with the incense and their energy. Then what we can do is you can open their chakras, which I just showed you how to do for yourself. And what you can also use the feather on their arms. Most people are open to that. Practically everyone I've mentioned is. Some find it a little funny. but it's really, really effective. And then what you can do if they're open is guide them through what I just guided you through to help radiate this white light. And the more you guide others through it, the more you'll develop the skill for yourself, and it'll be more and more effective. In other words, there's an infinite amount of radiance we can have, and that becomes a greater and greater healing ability. And then what you're going to do is have them lay down on a surface. I'll put a caveat in here, is that I'm going to be explaining the different healing methods that I use. And I have found that some individuals are very, how do you want to word it? That they like to not be as quiet as they should. They like to talk during the session, and they kind of interrupt and things like that. And it's kind of, I think it's in some kind of defense mechanism to allow the healing energy to come in, yet at the same time they want to be healed. So they're kind of blocking it. So that's the case, and the person gives permission. What I do is I will do the healing when they're asleep. And I find that it's much, much more effective. And actually they tell me, oh look, yeah, it's healing, it's getting better. Whereas when I was doing it when they were awake and they would say, so Eric, are you done yet? Or whatever they say, it's an option you have. So consider that, and if that can help you, fantastic, that's my intention. So the first thing that I do is when they're laying down is I help iron out their energy. So I ask myself, where in their energy is it a little bit darker? So if it is, or if maybe their energy should be really radiant. For example, if they're here, 3 to 5 feet, a normal, nice white aura should be around the person. And if it's not, then what I do is I help bring up the energy, because you can move energy and work with it. So see yourself doing what I'm saying. The more we visualize it, the more we actually are influencing the energy with our intention as well. A lot of times I'll see kind of more darker energy around their head, which is common because I think a lot of people have illnesses and ailments because of so much stuff going on that we think about and then yet we hold on to. And as a result of holding on to it, then it's maintaining that negative dense energy in ourselves. So what we can do is fill that with white light. So sometimes I focus more on that area, and then maybe I find a little bit darker energy in the area of wherever the area that needs more love is. And so I continue doing this until I can visualize all as this radiant white light of an equal type of resonance and vibration. And then what I'll do is I'll visualize as their spirit comes up out of their body. And then what I'll do is I'll work on the spirit to make sure the spirit is glowing a white light as well. Because truly we are spirit and body. And then I allow that spirit to come back down. And then once it's in the body, what I'll do is I'll either use my hands or me. And I know Reiki teaches hands, and hands are fine. Hands are you can channel through your hands the energy, or you can do both. You see what works the best for you, and the other person's obviously getting the greater benefit. So what I do is when I do it through me is I visualize this white light filling me as I breathe in. I do touch the tip of my tongue behind my teeth, but then when I radiate out, I'm not necessarily bringing it down through my hands, or I bring it down through my hands and I'm sending it out through me. Like all of this from here is going to the other person, all of this energy, not just my hands. You can just radiate through your hands. To do that, what you're gonna do is you're gonna inhale, bring the energy into you, or you can visualize it really aggregating at the base of your spine and then coming up your spine, down your face, passing your tongue and it's touching behind your teeth, like that. Then out your hands and then through your hands. Breathe in, breathe out. And as you do that, remember, allow your radiance to glow even brighter, because as you heal, so shall thou also be healed even more. And then you're gonna radiate it to the person pretty much in all areas of their body and ask yourself, where do they need greater love and healing energy? And you're gonna send even more to that area. It's important to do a little Googling on whatever the issue is so you can visualize in as microscopic manner as possible. Let's just say it's a skin wound. You can visualize it healing. That's pretty easy. That's more macroscopic. But then you can also start visualizing the skin cells. You can start visualizing the stem cells going to that area, creating new cells, and then you can visualize the immune system going there and protecting that area. And then whatever you can go in more detail. The more detail you can do when you're visualizing and see that area healing, the better. And now experience the person moving around and doing everything already heal, even better. Another option you can do, and I don't recommend this for beginners, so don't do this if you're a beginner, is visualize your energy, your spirit going into their body and absorbing whatever the issue is, and then coming out, and then increase your radiant white light to an infinite intensity and allowing it to dissolve. Don't do that if you're a beginner. The methods I just showed are fine. And then what you can do is you continue on that area until you see it healed in more and more detail, whatever the areas are. And then what you're going to do is, well, what I do, I focus on allowing the radiance to grow even more. So instead of the 3 to 5 feet, I go 5 to 10, allow it to be even brighter and more radiant. And then I visualize their white light glowing as I radiate white light into them even more and more and more as they become a beacon of love and of healing as well. And then often I feel my hands kind of heavy after doing that. I mean, even right now, I've been visualizing as I've been talking to you, sending healing energy to an individual who I'm helping heal. And I can just feel it in my hands, kind of that little heaviness. So what I can do is I'll go like this, that helps. Or you can wash your hands up to here. You can wash your hands with salt soap. It helps neutralize the energy. Or you can put it onto the ground or onto a tree and send love to the tree of gratitude. Whenever you touch a tree, don't just ask the tree to take your bad stuff. Send it love and say, thank you, tree. Thank you for the oxygen, for the life and the love. And I send you great energy. And then allow the tree then to send back to you. Okay, so you're not, always the intention has to be to give, greater good. Then as you're doing that, what I do, and I recommend is open yourself. You have the clear intention. You're already experiencing it, realize. Now be open to the inspired ideas that will come to you to take these ideas that I have, that I'm using effectively, to a new level, and then share them in the comments below, because you're going to be given new inspiration, new ideas of healing that are going to help move this forward to new and more incredible levels, so that this can be the commonplace of energy healing, where going to the doctor is really not needed anymore for people. Less and less, obviously. If you have an issue, I'll put a disclaimer on here. If you have an issue that needs medical attention, this is not a substitute for medical attention. You need to go see your primary care physician. This is for informational purposes only. If this video was beneficial, then give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. I got a lot more great stuff for you. It can help you and help others. And share in the comments below questions or your healing method that's worked for you. I send you infinite white light, love, healing, and joy.